It's Week 12 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on Cooper Kupp. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Rams and the Eagles under the lights on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 81 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Barkley, inside handoff. Shifts past him at the 45. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. He'll buy some time right, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick, and the Eagles are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Hurts sets up to throw it. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Hurts to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 5. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man is Uzama. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in L.A. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back? The offensive coordinator, remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The numbers on the ground for Williams a week ago. 15 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And last week he had another touchdown to his total. He continues to be the #1 scorer in the league in terms of rushing touchdowns. And what more can you do to help your team than find the end zone?
Throwing is Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Nolan Smith brings him down on the pass rush.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. Can't get away, and he's taken down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now we give up the middle to Williams. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Looking to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' 1st down as he'll get this down to the 30-yard line.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle to Smith.
And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
They run behind center with Gainwell.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
Now back to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we transition into the second half of the season, he continues to put up big numbers on a consistent basis. Currently the NFL's leader in passing as we play here in the month of November.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Play action. Stafford.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
From the gun on third down, Stafford.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw.
Got his man, it's Gainwell.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Drops this one down to Gainwell. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
And that'll be dumped off to Gainwell.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Looking middle, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Shakes off the sack, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Matthew Stafford, the rest of the L.A. offense heading back out there. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and he'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the 1st down.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He gets this into the hands of Kupp once again. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Now that'll be caught by Kupp. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now it's Stafford. Open man right side is Kupp, complete.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA.
Kyron Williams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports halftime report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, where it was the visiting Steelers who were able to walk away with the road victory. Russell Wilson leading the charge as his guys up their record to 10-1 now. From there, we head over to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Sam Darnold, terrific in the win as his guys up their mark to 7-4 with the victory. Finally, on Monday night, Ravens and Chargers from SoFi at 5:15 local time. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, but we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side could play mistake-free football the rest of the way. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Rams offense and running back Kyron Williams getting ready for their next possession. As we transition into the second half of the season, you can see he's the NFL's leader in rushing touchdowns. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Seven yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing is Stafford. Buying time to his left.
Throws left side. Atwell's got it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a first and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
This one swung out to Williams.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on third and with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Eagles.
Stafford rolling to his left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Stafford. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rams.
Cooper Kupp from 8 yards out. And the Rams are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will put them on top here in the third. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. With this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
There's a short one caught by Uzama. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. There's a short one caught by Uzama. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Hurts. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, it's Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. And the question now, can they get closer on 3rd down? A field goal from here, you're looking at right about a 52-yarder. He'll drop to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The kick by Elliott is good, and they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Stafford.
Got him. And he loses the football a second time.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21.
That's another Rams first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
55 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Williams will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. This is 3rd and goal. Williams will score. Touchdown, LA.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and the lead is up to 5. Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by the Kyren Williams touchdown run. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Hurts and the Eagles now.
Down 21-16. A minute 53 remaining. Their 5-game winning streak hanging in the balance here.
That's to his running back, Gainwell.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Back to throw.
And that's complete to Brown.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Past the 20. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Gainwell gets it on the option.
And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit deep?
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Hurts will throw.
Dancing to his left.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Cup, complete.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Now it's Stafford. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate it.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Stafford forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
All 3 timeouts remain. How much that'll matter remains to be seen. It's 1st and 10.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Eagles have just about sewn up this football game.
That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they take a knee. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
They will run for it with Gainwell. And that should do it. He's got a first down. And the Eagles, they can run it out from